it is time for the big one. Black Ops 4, it's got a ton of wonder weapons, and we are going to rank all of them, even the ones that are pretty obscure, but don't worry, those aren't even good anyway, so if you didn't know about them, you haven't missed out at all. We got 25 to get through, so without further ado, let's just jump on in and get started. Number 25 belongs to Dead of the Night's Savage Impaler. This thing is one of the most hidden wonder weapons in zombies. Not many people know about it at all, and there's a bit of a reason for that. It's not that good. It has a niche, but that niche it doesn't even need to be filled. For the uninitiated, the Savage Impaler is acquired through a very hidden side Easter egg of Dead of the Night, and it's a long one, it's kind of tedious, and it involves vampires a lot. If you go through all the trouble to get this thing, you do a little lockdown, and now, hey, look, you have a Savage Impaler. That's kind of cool. It's like the NX Shadowclaw weapon from Black Ops 3 originally. It's a cool concept, and with it being based around vampires, it does more damage to vampires. It's really good at taking them out. But those aren't even the hardest enemy to kill anyway without the Impaler. If it were incredibly strong against werewolves, maybe it would be higher, but then that would undo the reason for silver bullets. It just doesn't really have a place in this map, and it feels mostly wasted. Plus, taking a significant amount of work to acquire, and all of that just means it's not really worth it. Number 24 is the Raygun Mark II X, or the automatic dual-wield one. For a weapon that really requires headshots, it is unfortunately tied to being a dual-wield weapon with poor accuracy. Deadshot can help, but only so much, and then you're also being forced to use a perk that most people don't really use. The effort it takes to effectively use this weapon isn't worth the result, especially when there are much better raygun variants available on the exact same map. Just use those instead of this one. Save yourself. The number 23 spot is the Sweeper. The Sweeper took a big hit coming into Black Ops 4. It is slower to use and doesn't have any opportunity for double tap to assist it. There isn't a place for it, but thankfully the Blundergat has better versions available that make this downgrade survivable for the legacy of the Blundergat. Number 22 is the Poison Kraken. This will be another quick one. There isn't a ton to say about many of these Krakens. They're pretty bad or mid across the board. This one is the weakest, and I can't really recommend using it in any situation. Number 21 is the Lightning Kraken. Let's follow that last one up with another Kraken variant, and this one is lightning. Yay! This changes quite a lot about how the Kraken works, which is at least different and interesting. Now it fires in a short distance cone in front of you. It can be good at clearing out a group that has trapped you or is blocking your path, but it doesn't do a ton of damage, and the range is quite short, so it isn't a great weapon to use. Number 20 is the Fire Kraken. Oh, you thought we were done with the Krakens? No, we still have more junk to crawl through, and the Krakens are making up a majority of the bottom end of this list. Okay, so the Fire Kraken, yeah, I don't have anything to say. It isn't that good. Better than the other two, and now we move on. Number 19 is the Raygun Mark II Z, which is the shotgun version. Back to another variant of the Raygun, and we find this one, the shotgun, again. This one is where the list moves on to the decent wonder weapons, I'd say, as this raygun can do some damage and work for you. It gets outpaced by many other weapons, but I am happy that they went all out making different versions of the Mark II so that we could see it as a shotgun and an automatic weapon, and the other versions we'll talk about later. Number 18 is the Winter's Howl. The Winter's Howl returns, and look at that. It isn't on the bottom of the list, which means Treyarch finally did something to improve this weapon after leaving it rotting away. It is significantly better than it was previously, and being the exclusive wonder weapon of Classified helps prop it up a little bit more in that map. I like seeing wonder weapons get a chance to be improved over their previous iteration, and this is a good example. It's not the best weapon, but it is better than it was and got a chance at redemption. Number 17 is the Kraken. The base Kraken is quite nice for Voyage of Despair, and honestly, it's the one I gravitate towards the most. It is simple to acquire and simple to use. Not having to worry about upgrades that aren't even that good in most cases is a positive for me. The one time I would be willing to do some extra work for the Kraken is with our next entry. Number 16 is the Ice Kraken. The Ice Kraken is the best of the bunch for sure. When fired, it leaves a slowing field behind. This is not the Ice Staff with its damage, because this field is really just a slowing field. But slowing your enemies while they try to chase you can be a huge help, so it is appreciated and helps push it above the others. Number 15 is the Ray Gun. The Ray Gun! Look at that! The little ray gun finally got some help, and it isn't in the dumpster of every single ranking. This version of the ray gun finally saw it get stronger and show why it belonged in zombies after all these years of withering away in the corner. This is not the peak of the ray gun's power, but it is the start of its climb. The Black Ops 4 ray gun can deal headshot damage now, which means it can actually be helpful later into the game if you take the time to aim it. Another thank you to Treyarch for giving an old weapon a chance to shine, especially one as iconic as the ray gun. It deserves this. Number 14 is the Death of Orion, the wonder weapon that many players probably had as their first in Black Ops 4. With many players jumping into 9 at launch, they would have come across this Death of Orion. This is a wonder weapon with a neat design, as it's just a scorpion that you hold and it will launch lightning out to stun and damage your enemies, much like a Wunderwaffe in that regard. The Death of Orion has great uptime as it isn't reloaded. A very brief delay between shots means you can keep going quickly. You also don't quite need that fast of attacks because the charge shot of this weapon lingers for a long time and it picks up new enemies as they enter the radius. It is also helpful with picking up boss enemies so they stop chasing you for a few moments. This is a solid wonder weapon that is fun to use, and I am very happy that it was in the launch of Black Ops 4. Number 13 is the Ray Gun Mark II. It's my baby, the Mark II. I have loved it since Black Ops 2 and always want to see it come back. My disappointment when it wasn't in the tomb, like leaks suggested, was immeasurable. But it is here in Black Ops 4, and it's still a strong wonder weapon, but it was outdone by 2 of its new variants, which we will cover later. Number 12 is the Acid Gat. The Acid Gat made its return and was not nearly as exciting as it used to be. I find this Acid Gat to be weaker than its original from Black Ops 2, and it gets overshadowed further by the new Blundergat variant, which just leaves the Acid Gat in a bit of an awkward place. Sure, it's still good, but its place atop the Blundergat mountain is gone. Not much of a reason to use this Acid Gat anymore. Number 11 is the Ray Gun Mark II V, the laser variant. The laser version of the Ray Gun Mark II is a rare wonder weapon type in that it has infinite ammo. That alone pushes it up this list. Ammo is a commodity, and having a limitless supply can't be overlooked. All you have to do is wait for it to charge. This ray gun does a lot of damage to the head, and even to the body it will take out zombies well. Sustained fire on zombies will lead to the damage arcing out into the horde and doing more work for you. This is a great weapon choice for all players. Our number 10 spot is the Hand of Gaia. Finally getting a look into what Ancient Evil offered, we have the Hand of Gaia. This is the weakest of them, but you know your map has great wonder weapons when your worst one is starting the top 10 for the whole game. The Gaia Hand is strong, but in my opinion it works too slowly in its killing to be the strongest of the bunch, which is why it's down here at 10 instead of any higher. Our number 9 spot is the Hand of Hemera. Now we go to my personal favorite with the Hand of Hemera. This is a great idea for a charged attack with a massive light beam coming down and having the player direct it. I know it isn't the best hand or best wonder weapon in the game, but I can't deny my bias to it. I love it, and I think it's stronger than it gets credit for. The number 8 spot is the Ray Gun Mark II Y. The best of the Ray Gun variants is the explosive one. It has a charged attack and a basic weaker attack. The charged attack isn't even important because perfectly using the basic attack can end up wiping a whole horde of zombies. It is tough to do, and so I don't put this weapon higher, even though on paper it could easily be higher. Number 7 is the Hand of Ouranos. The Pocket Thunder Gun, when using its charged attack, the Hand of Ouranos is a powerful wonder weapon that blows away your troubles in fun fashion. This thing is great, and of course being fun to use is a great bonus that the weapon offers you. Number 6 is the Hand of Charon. The best of the hands is this one. For a long time I did doubt that, but looking at it again I see why it is the best, and I respect it, so I'll put it here at the top of the hands. This weapon is all about blood, and its effects with that in mind are sick. It looks great, it is strong, and it is a unique weapon. It has infinite damage and a distraction effect, which helps prop it up as one of the best. Number 5 is the Magma Gat. The Magma Gat is the new champion of the Gats. It is a powerful weapon that burns away zombies quickly and easily. It has a distraction effect, and it has plenty of ammo to carry it through for a very long time. I think this is a great wonder weapon and easily one of the best parts of playing Blood of the Dead. Number 4 is the Tundra Gun. Alright, Tundra Gun, I suppose I will give you some credit, okay? Fine, you get some. You're strong, there is no denying that. You want to steal my Thunder Gun spot, but I will not stand for it. The only thing you do better than the Thunder Gun is have more ammo. That may lead to the viewers thinking you're better, but again, I won't stand for it. Your attacks can damage players, meaning you're best paired with PhD to be a safe use. In a game where players are limited to only 4 perks, pigeonholing them into a perk they may not normally run means you lose some credit as a wonder weapon. I also must say that your attacks are inconsistent and sometimes completely miss a group of zombies without doing a lick of damage. You're very strong, but you are no Thunder Gun, so I won't place you above it, though you did give it a run for its money. Our number 3 spot is a weapon I will not even try to pronounce correctly. I'm just going to call it the Wunderwaffe Sniper. You're going to know what I'm talking about, and everyone's going to be happy. Cool, 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 cool. Well, when this was realized to be the wonder weapon, or one of them, for Tag der Toten, I know many people were not happy that it wasn't the normal Wunderwaffe. After a while, though, it was further realized that it is stupid strong. You have to hit headshots, but if you do, then you're working with infinite damage and it will arc between zombies too. With this having a sniper scope that ADSs quickly, you'll find that it isn't at all difficult to hit these headshots and wipe out tons of zombies. Plus, you've got a very large ammo supply with this weapon that the Wunderwaffe didn't have. It realistically is a ton better than the normal Wunderwaffe if you use it correctly, and it isn't hard to do that, which is why it's so good. The number 2 spot is the Thunder Gun. You cannot get rid of this weapon. Try as you may, the Thunder Gun is the GOAT. If it's in a zombies game, it is going to be right near the top of the power scale, every time. I hope that this is not the last time we see this wonder weapon, but as of now, it has been the last time. I hope to see you again someday, Thunder Gun. The number 1 spot is the Alistair's Annihilator. I cannot deny the Anisters. What the f? I cannot deny the Alistair's Annihilator its throne for Black Ops 4. This is an incredible wonder weapon. It has 3 forms that you work and upgrade through, each version getting stronger until you're at the summit with the Annihilator. Using the charged attack becomes a gamble of what kind of attack it's going to pull for you. That may sound like a problem when you don't know what your weapon is going to do when you use it. But let me say this, when every attack is strong as fuck, does it matter if you don't know what attack is coming? The Alistair's Annihilator answers that with a resounding no. It doesn't matter at all. This wonder weapon perfectly fits into the map it comes from, and it is incredibly strong to boot. This is a true number 1, something that I love, and is a big part of why I love Dead of the Night more than I ever thought I would. That completes our ranking of the Black Ops 4 wonder weapons. This was a long catalog to get through, and with it there were quite a few surprises. I hadn't used that Wunderwaffe Sniper in a long time, so that was fun to use again and realize how good it was. The Tundra Gun I dismissed kind of right away because I didn't want to replace the Thunder Gun. It still didn't, but it is really good and has its place in that map. There are things about Black Ops 4 that many people don't like, but the wonder weapons are really cool, at times very innovative, and I appreciate that they exist, and I think Black Ops 4 as a whole is a game that more people should give a chance to, especially when it comes to the Chaos maps. Those are really cool, and their wonder weapons are also great. Looking ahead, I will be finishing this series with Cold War. I'm working on that one next. I may do this for Black Ops 6, but I'm not going to do that until that game's life cycle is complete and we have all of the wonder weapons, so that would be far away. For now, Cold War is next. That's all I've got. If you enjoyed, leave a like, a comment, or subscribe. Farewell, until next time.